technology's come a far way. Radiation poisoning in the X-ray field is actually very rare, but there are certain modalities in the field that you have to be very careful with, like nuclear medicine.
Yeah.
They actually use radioactive isotopes when they inject contrast media into people. You have fluoroscopy, which is X-ray radiation on like a consistent load. It's not just hitting a button and taking an image. So you're actually running hot to do a live image when you do it.
Oh yeah, it's a big difference.
So you gotta be on your toes and careful. And now they're talking about like lead shielding and stuff like that isn't actually as good as it should be. And
Oh, of course not. They find better shit as time goes on, but I mean, it's some protection's better than none.
Well, now they're starting to say that lead shielding is actually bad because the lead absorbs the X-ray radiation, and then it attributes to frequent low dosing on a more consistent basis rather than blocking the radiation.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've always wondered that about stuff if it retains, like, like water, for instance. They use that to do, I've wondered how long does it really stay radioactive and therefore how much absorbs by it, factors of that.
Well, so that depends because water can actually change molecular density based off radiation. So, like, for instance, thermal reactors or like nuclear reactors that let off radiation, the water that's used to cool them over a period of time becomes heavy water, so O3, H3O. And we can't sustainably intake that, so it has to be thus and disposed of.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so water, like, it depends on what it is, but water is one of those weird things because it'll actually change the isotope and what it is. Yeah.
That's kind of interesting.
I guess it's just the radiation or the energy causes it to bind with a third hydrogen atom or something like that. That's what I'm gathering from it.
Yeah, because there's a whole splitting process, you figure, so it's just hydrogen and oxygen.
Not like nuclear fission. So the water, it's actually like when they put a radioactive cell inside of its tank, it's filled with water. Like, it's just filled with water. Yeah. But the process of it being run and generating energy and letting off that radiation causes that hydrogen to bond to an extra water molecule. So that's why it makes H3O instead of H2O. It becomes heavy water. So there's actually no splitting. It's just adding.
See, I've always wondered, like, what heavy water was exactly coming from that site.
Yeah.
I always hear it, but it's like, I know it was a process of nuclear stuff, but I didn't realize that was how it was changed and stuff like that. Just something simple as that.
Yeah, and the only reason it's called heavy water is because it's added. Like, we base water on H2O.
Yeah.
So we don't have a HO, we have H2O. That's water. So you add a third hydrogen molecule into it, and it becomes heavy water because you're changing its weight and density by adding that third molecule in. Which is how I always understood it to be, why it was named the way it was.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the thermal reactive process or the radioactive process of the reactor running that causes it to bond to another hydrogen atom.
I don't know.
I have a buddy. Well, so I have a buddy that works at a nuclear reactor down in South Carolina, and he was explaining it to me. And he's actually like he's a reactor maintenance man. That's what he does. And like, he has to go. He's telling me, he's like, yeah, we have to just, like, every so often we have to flush new water in and dispose of the heavy water, because otherwise it loses its ability to maintain its maintenance over the reactor. I was like, oh, okay, that's good to know. Oh, baby, I'll fix it. All right, go try it again.
Okay.
don't know if I even got this thing. I think I hit one from 300 meters out, but I don't know if it's even going to be enough to kill it.
All right, I'll be right back. Okay. All right.
I think I hit one for once.
Finish. This one. So, this. Ellie, give it a second. It might have to load, okay? It's currently trying to think. You need to have some patience. There we go. Yee.
Pink. It's got air bubbles. Medium amounts of blood. Alright.
What?
I'm just looking, reading off what it said. I hit one. It's got pink blood and there's air bubbles in it, but it's a medium amount of blood, so I'm thinking it's gonna die.
What are you playing?
Way of the Hunter.
Ah.
I'm trying to track down this animal. It's my first deer.
Yeah. Hey, don't need to scream.
A badger. I gotta figure out where the fuck he went.
And stop freezing? Okay.
I got a medium. I'm following a blood trail, so I think I'm doing right. Finally figuring out where it goes. Oh, I got it.
Tablet.
Hmm.
It needs to
Left
roll.
lung and a right and left lung shot. 3 shots.
Try again. Try again.
Okay.
I don't know what to tell you then, baby. I can't fix it if it doesn't work a third time. You just have to play something else. We'll get your tablet and Daddy will turn it off for you. Oh, it's right here, Bubba.